Here with basketball head coach Earl Grant previewing the Ireland trip. Coach, most teams travel to Italy, France, Australia, Spain, and Canada. Why Ireland, and how did the trip come together?
Well, I mean, first of all, I had an opportunity to speak at an Hibernian society here in Charleston, and it was an Irish society, and I knew a lot of the guys that were there. And one night when we were there, it was about a year ago, we had an opportunity to talk just about Ireland. And one of my former players from when I coached at Winthrop University is the head of the Irish Basketball Federation. I knew it was a very nice place, a safe place. And for me, I just wanted to go somewhere where we could have a great experience, bond together as a team, be in a great island, have some good opportunities to play basketball, but at the same time, safety was of the highest priority.
How do these overseas tours prepare teams heading into the college basketball regular season?
Well, I mean, I've been a part of several different tours. We went to Australia and New Zealand when I was at Winthrop University, and it really gave us a great jump start on our season in terms of being able to do some stuff offensively and defensively. And it's really good when you have an older team returning because you're coming off of a season where a lot of guys maybe had success. You have a couple of new guys you want to get, acclimated to what we're trying to do. And so I think it's a very good opportunity to get a head start on your season. And then, took another trip to Italy before at another university, and the same thing happened. We had an older group. We went over, we got a jump start on our season, and it really helped us as we got into, non-conference games in November and going into conference play. So this is something that was a part of my vision 3 years ago that I wanted to make sure after a couple recruiting classes that we could take a foreign tour. Thought it would be a big part of our process as we continue to try to grow the program.
The NCAA allows 10 practices leading into the overseas trip. How have the practices gone so far, and what have you seen from your guys that you've been impressed by?
I mean, the practices have gone really well. We haven't focused a lot on defense. We've really been spending more time on offense. I don't particularly like to do a lot of defense in the summer, whether you're going on a foreign tour or not. And, but our offense is getting better. Guys are really sharing the ball. We're trying to experiment with different lineups. I think that's the really good thing for us because we have a lot of different guys, a lot of depth, so we are able to experience with different lineups, see what some of the young kids can do. And so that's probably been the biggest advantage for us to just see what some of those guys can do in different scenarios and in different positions that maybe they hadn't played in the past.
What kind of experience does it give your guys to travel to another country and play different competition?
I mean, number one, most guys in the program haven't been to Europe. We might have one kid in the program who's been to Europe before, so I think having that chance to go abroad, first of all, is always a unique experience if you've never done it before, to have a chance to see a different culture, see how people live in a different place. And then also just the travel of 7-hour flight, being in the airplane together, being in the hotels together, going from city to city. I think it really is going to be a neat experience for the players, for the coaching staff, some of the families, and some of the fans that will go. Be a great bonding experience, and I'm really excited that the guys will have a chance to do it.
What are you and your team looking forward to most in Ireland outside of basketball competition?
Probably the biggest thing is to really have a chance to bond as a team, as a family, and to try to really lock into our core values, of who we are, who we try to be as a program, because it's so much bigger than basketball. I think the core is what's inside of you. It's who you are, how you live, and so having a true team, the togetherness, dealing with those things, you can get a level of humility, because a lot of times when you go to these foreign tours, you don't realize how good you have it here in the U.S., and you get in these different countries and you realize that the United States of America is a great place to live. And so a level of humility that will be created from the trip. Certainly we want to go over there and work hard and try to win the games, so we'll be able to work on that. But I think that true team, that togetherness, that level of humility, I think those things we'll be able to really, grab onto while we're over there. But none of them are more important than the bonding and the true team experience and some of these lifetime experiences that we'll be able to share throughout the season and as some of these guys go through the rest of their career.
How does a trip like this benefit your team in regards to team bonding, shared experience?
Well, well, first of all, I mean, the biggest thing is, like I said, it'll be times where the guys got to depend on each other. We're going to encourage them that if they go anywhere on their own, travel with 2 or 3 teammates. Always take somebody with you. In the past, when we went on these trips, what the thing they'll realize is they can't really use their phone without Wi-Fi. So I know when we'll go down in the hotel lobbies, we'll see guys sitting around trying to find a hot spot. They'll be falling asleep in the lobby because most of them will want to use their phones, and the time difference. It's a lot difference over there in terms of the time. I think it's a 5-hour difference. So it'll be neat. And again, for me, we got a really good team, really good young group of guys that are going to be playing together for a few years. And I think this is just a jump start on the process for not only this season, but the rest of their careers as we continue to try to build a special program.
Well, Coach, it's almost August, and how do you plan on using this Ireland trip to build the momentum off of last year's NIT berth and CAA championship game appearance as the school begins next month?
Well, I mean, really, again, it's just to get new players. We're trying to find new players to help. Guys who maybe haven't had big roles in the program, we're trying to find 2 or 3 other guys that can really help us and make us stronger and make us deeper. And then the returners, guys who played a lot, get them to be better leaders. It's simple things, Certainly, we want to continue to move the program forward and try to see if we can continue to climb this big hill we've been trying to climb since we've been here. And I think this trip will be a tremendous jump start on this season as we continue to try to get to the top of the hill, per se, because, again, we've experienced being at the bottom of the hill. And, we're not at the top, but we're certainly not at the bottom. And that's our whole approach to it is, hey, we got to keep climbing. We got to keep chopping wood. We got to stay true to who we are. And I think this trip will give us a chance really for us to spend some time together and talk about the things that are going to be important for us moving forward.